crawl. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Cantina Hangouts. We're doing the Mandalorian recaps and reviews again. It's exciting. I'm your host, Diego Crespo. With me, I've dragged him back into this. Kicking and screaming and baby Yodaing or baby yaddling. No one's theorized about baby yaddle. My co-host and friend Gina Versa.
Once I got out, they keep pulling me back in.
Yep. We sure love products.
Yeah, you know what? I'm surprised that there wasn't a Godfather Part 3 reference in any of the Abrams Star Wars. Because apparently he loves Godfather Part 3. And he had to reference
love Godfather Part 3.
Yeah, but we've talked about this, that J.J. Abrams references Godfather Part 3 in Into Darkness.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's
a weird movie to reference it in.
That's the weirdest flex ever.
Well, speaking of weird flexes, Jon Favreau is back with his hit series. I think it's okay to call it a hit series. It's pretty widely popular, pretty widely beloved, unless you're in our corner of the internet and there's like 5 of us fucking nerds who are like, this might be a bad show. But in all fairness, we ended last season very positive. I thought those last 2 episodes were genuinely great.
Did we end it positive? I don't remember.
I liked those last 2 episodes a lot.
Okay.
I thought those were excellent television.
See, imagine so it's been a year since we recorded. What if we just froze ourselves and now we wake up and it's like,
we'd be in a very different state of mind. I don't even know how to begin to wrap my mind around that, but you know what? It's late. We're recording right after immediately watching these because we're nerds.
Nerds trying to hit that.
We haven't shared any of our thoughts about this episode. Gene, I'll go to you first, my friend, because you're doing me a favor by doing this at 1:00 in the morning.
Oh, it's all right.
What did you think about the season premiere?
Well, the fans could see me unshaven and just like sleepless because we're on cameras now. I was going to say, thanks for having me back. I brought my Star Wars shirt. Did you bring anything? Star Wars shirt?
I brought my little pink canteen.
Oh, okay. You have a canteen. And then you have this green shirt. It looks like a Durlap bag like Yoda wears.
Well, it's gray.
It's gray, yeah. Yoda loves gray.
It looks kind of green with I don't have a green screen. This is just... Yeah, this is a disaster.
But for the first episode, I think I enjoyed it. First impression, I didn't get frustrated like I was with some of the episodes last year, and it was a little over-explanative. But hey, that's all right. I mean, at least they explain stuff instead of having like fucking Sith troopers that are apparently the descendants of Sith worshippers that we should have known.
Oh yeah. We're coming off post Rise of Skywalker
episode
world
9.
Also. Yeah.
If we could cut to a clip, if we could cut to a tweet, the best tweet ever is Elijah Wood tweeting, how would we have known that?
Oh yeah.
For
that guy.
Everything unexplained in episode 9.
Yeah. Well, almost nothing goes unexplained in this series now.
And I don't think that's really that bad. I mean, not even comparing it to
No. For Mandalorian, I'm commenting strictly Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Our comments on Rise of Skywalker are available on the podcast as well, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and a Patreon commentary. I want to keep that one behind the Patreon wall because that commentary gets a little mean. But
too many 9/11 jokes, I guess.
No, it's just we kind of let that movie have it. It kind of it doesn't not deserve it, but it's just
it's such a movie made by nepotism, created by the most nepotism person, and
here
by nepotism.
A positive right now is that I think this show is just gonna. I think this is just a bad show, but I enjoy it. I think I found a rhythm to enjoying it right now. Okay. I enjoyed watching it. I enjoy recording. I genuinely was looking forward to recording this at 1 a.m. with you.
Yeah.
And I enjoy watching people's reactions. And you know what? I enjoy being kind of the sourpuss on this series. There's plenty of people to like it. We can kind of dig at it. I like talking about it.
Yeah. Well, you know,
it was fine.
Yeah, I enjoy talking to you. I enjoy, you know, not sleeping. But no, yeah, it's nice to talk about something just so like far and away from everything going on right now.
Yeah. And my boy Timothy Oliphant from Justified fans, Raise the Roof.
Oh
yeah. Looks like he'll be coming back also eventually. Yeah. He was this episode was just a red herring to be like, oh, Boba Fett is dead. He's actually alive. Full spoilers on these discussions again. No one cares. If you're listening to this and you haven't seen the Mandalorian episodes, like I assume you just tapped out of the first season, like we almost did.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You should know by now. Full spoiler warnings for recap reviews. Like, you're an adult probably if you're watching these. You know that.
I love Timothy Oliphant. He's good in Live Free or Die Hard. Best aspect.
He is. He's a good villain in that movie.
He's like a good sleazy porn producer in The Girl Next Door. If anyone's seen that movie.
I have not seen that movie.
He's good in everything. He's great. Like a comic book villain or something.
Oh, who he was someone. I don't know. But
he was he was in Hitman. He was the Hitman.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Agent 47 or whatever the fuck that's called.
No. He was in the first Hitman movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They're written by the same dude. So it doesn't. But he's good in this, and he's the misdirect for the Boba Fett armor. And I was kind of rolling my eyes, like, whatever. At least that's done. At least he's dead, because that's not the actor Tamara Morrison who's playing Boba Fett in the prequel. So whatever, we're done with that.
Right.
And no, the Boba Fett is alive, and I think this episode just exists so you could get the Mandalorian versus Boba Fett showdown. Like, that makes sense, and it does. Like, whatever. I'm looking forward to that.
Who knows if him and Boba Fett, the actual Boba Fett, will even fight?
I bet that's a season 3 thing, because not to like already get like into sourpuss mode, because I did enjoy watching this episode, but an interview with Giancarlo Esposito, who plays Moff Gideon, who has the Darksaber in this series, has gone on record saying like, oh, you think Mandalorian's good now? Season 3 and 4 where it gets really crazy. And it's like, why would just make it good and crazy now? Yeah. Don't hold out on me, man. Like, I want to like this more than I do. Like, who does that? I'm not blaming him. It's Jon Favreau, who we both said we're big fans of. Otherwise, generally,
everything except The Lion King. Finally saw that Lion King movie.
I'm good without watching it.
It's pretty fucking boring.
I didn't expect anything else.
I don't know why he didn't have the animals fucking emote, but all right. That's his choice.
But he got to direct this episode. This first episode he's directed for the series.
First time he's directed on the show, actually.
Yeah.
It really shows. It really shows.
Because the last time we were on Tatooine was the Dave Filoni directed episode.
Not like those Dave Filoni episodes.
Boy, did that leave a bad impression on me. Sorry. He's a great writer, not a director. That's okay. That's not everyone can do both, you know? That's just not a thing.
He's not a tested live action director yet.
Yeah. I mean, he's, doing the Avatar retrospectives. He did some fantastic episodes in that first season before he hopped over to Clone Wars, like some top 10 best of the show material stuff. And obviously Clone Wars, great stuff. So I wonder if Filoni grew a little bit in that. We'll see in episode 5 this year. Yeah. Jon Favreau is like one of the kings of Hollywood right now, and like I know we're like kind of bagging him for Lion King and stuff like that, but like he's been experimenting with like digital technology for so long now, and like the series is shooting on like those cool lots with like that new LED screen stuff,
right.
And so he makes it feel much more naturalistic, like the mix of practical and the heavier VFX stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the other directors didn't really get that, and that's like fine because this is also genuinely new tech, you know. it's a new playground, but he makes it feel it's like it's actually very cinematic,
Yeah,
which is cool.
it's like a video game screen that they have behind them. It's like an LED sort of thing. It's really cool and interesting. Just looking at the science of that, the coolest thing.
Yeah, no, it's terrific, and I think it'll actually make things a lot easier for
Mm-hmm.
filmmakers of all pedigrees and budget sizes. So I that's just great stuff. That's like a big leap, the same way like the Star Wars prequels were like a big leap for like digital technology back then. So
Right.
all that stuff, very cool, very thumbs up from us. Yeah, the episode's like fine though. Timothy Oliphant's great. I like that Jon Favreau just loves the Tusken Raiders. He's like, no, they're actually cool and not maybe a little racist coded
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I like that stuff, you know.
I was thinking actually about Tusken Raiders because it's talking about episode 2, and then if Anakin is such a parallel for Bush and the way he just like talks about the Tusken Raiders is kind of weird. He slaughters
Yep,
them.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Anakin Skywalker, you feel for the kid, but also it's like some of the Jedi could have probably talked him out. I feel like the Jedi, if they were smart, should have had some therapy to go through, like
Yeah.
kind of decontextualize his more racist tendencies.
Do you think in the Star Wars universe people are like how they are now with Bush, where they're like, oh, compared to this other guy, Darth Vader wasn't so bad. Like how all these I don't know, like just naive people go, yeah, Bush wasn't that bad compared to this guy. Compared to
Bush wasn't
Kylo.
that bad. He didn't destabilize entire countries and bomb how many innocent people.
Yeah. Like, oh, this Kylo Ren, he's the worst. Darth
He's the
Vader.
worst bad guy in the galaxy. We've never had anyone. Darth Vader? Nah, Darth Vader would be on our side. Like the Emperor. Yeah, no, that's actually a very frustrating thought.
We're supposed to be talking about Star Wars.
Oh, Mandalorian. I don't know. These episodes, there's not a lot of meat on their bones, and I think that's also something we've generally criticized about it too, is that like there's just not that much like character or like story or themes to go on with it.
It's kind of it has like a man with no name sort of lone man in desert sort of feel. I did feel that they really course corrected that this episode. I will go to back.
Yeah,
to that.
they found a balance to keep it at least engaging, and it's like I think that's why the last 2 episodes of the first season I have such a fond memory of too, is because they were like, okay, we're bringing like everyone in the supporting cast from the prior episodes back, right? So Mandalorian is like not that interesting, but you surround him with people that are interesting. So like he can be like this object of mystique and intrigue, right? That's how you make that work. When it's just by himself and Baby Yoda, it's like they never found a way. And even in this episode, even though I did like, they never found a way to frame him interesting and like direct like the body language and the physicality in a way that like exudes a performance or like an identity. And so maybe they'll figure that out later this season. But everything else was fun this episode.
Because it's like 2 people who don't talk interacting with each other a whole episode.
Yeah, and I keep wanting them to do more like Wolf and Cub stuff.
Yeah.
Because like the excitement of Wolf and Cub, or Lone Wolf and Cub, is that both the lone wolf and the cub get involved in the action scenes. He keeps kicking Baby Yoda away, he's got to start outfitting that thing with like weapons or something, or have Baby Yoda start pushing people away. Like that sounds ridiculous and kind of dumb, but in a future where they have space laser swords and blaster rockets, they spent half this episode building giant bows and arrows, and that was kind of fun and awesome. So who cares? I want to see Baby Yoda get in on the action, not just stand there on the side. That's my pitch for this season. But otherwise, I don't know. I don't really have too much else to say.
Outfit his like cart with like spears or rockets or something. That's what they do in the movies for Lone Wolf and Cub.
Exactly. Give him little lightsabers on the side. Just let him spin around in a circle.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. Yeah, I'm excited. Tamora Morrison's back. That's a good actor.
Because I was gonna say I'm really glad he's back because I think I don't know if I could be mistaken, but like when Timothy Olyphant was announced, it was kind of misreported that he was playing Boba Fett. I think.
I think there was like murmurs and stuff, but there was like to the credit of the actual show and the people working on it, I think that was kind of like the zeitgeist, not the actual like production saying he's playing Boba Fett.
Right.
I think it was like announcement that he was in the season, and that was it.
Because I was gonna say people were like, "Oh, he's playing Boba Fett. That's good casting," but Boba Fett is supposed to be.
He's a Pacific Islander.
Yeah, Pacific. Yeah. He's supposed to be based off of Django, who's played by a Pacific Islander. So that'd be weird.
Yeah, I mean that'd be whitewashing.
Yeah, it'd be whitewashing. Yeah, because and then too, like they go out of their way to like replace the original Boba Fett's voice and like the original trilogy and all the special editions, which I guess works. I mean, it doesn't bother me. I actually kind of like the original Boba Fett's voice a little bit.
I do too. It's menacing, but
no offense to Tamora Morrison, who in all the video games he plays Boba Fett. He's actually pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean like credit to George Lucas for like really giving him like kind of one of the more iconic like movie roles in science fiction too. So I'm glad that they stuck around with that they're not trying to wipe that away.
Well, I was gonna say it's like they keep hiring that guy back, and then one time he actually appears as Boba Fett, they're like, no, that would have been messed up.
Yeah, that would have been. But no, I mean, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. I'm looking forward to these conversations. Looking forward to the guests we could have on. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that.
Do you like Boba Fett? I want to ask you about.
I like Tamora Morrison. I like the backstory and the character of Jango Fett and Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
I've never liked Boba Fett by himself. This could be the opportunity where I like Boba Fett by himself for the first time in Star Wars history, apart from Return of the Jedi, where I have been. That's the one thing I'm like iffy about because I like his death so much in that goofy ass movie.
Yeah. Such an afterthought because I was gonna say you never had like a toy of Boba Fett or everything.
I had toys of Boba Fett. It's a cool looking character. That's why he's popular. There's nothing wrong with like just enjoying something because it kind of looks cool. I think if we put it on a pedestal, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
But it's like the way I enjoy the Mandalorian now. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I do think it kind of sucks, but I'm enjoying watching it, and I'm enjoying these conversations. So unless it like starts getting like the first Tatooine episode level bad again, I'm not gonna be like, hey, we got to stop doing these.
Yeah, because I think I was rewatching it. I skipped that episode. I rewatched the first.
Probably a good call.
I hate that episode. Just terrible.
It's real bad.
Like, I think
we were too nice to it.
If they were gonna go out their way to just rehash stuff, they could have given me like fucking Max Rebo or something. Cool.
Yeah, you know what? This is the note I will end on. Then we could wrap up on your thoughts too. They give us the Twin Suns again because it's fucking Tatooine. Everyone but George Lucas jerks off to the Twin Suns on Tatooine, and then they also give us the reveal of Boba Fett being alive as well. So it's like, okay, fine, you're doing fan service, but you're like doing it all at once.
Right.
So like, okay, whatever.
Because I was gonna say just to not to bag on that a little bit more, but. So apparently they were like, oh yeah, you were supposed to know it was Boba Fett because of his iconic spurs. His spurs are iconic. And
in that one fucking episode.
Yeah, in that one episode. And you just see fucking boots. I don't remember. You see like a silhouette. And because you hear spurs, they're like, oh yeah, that was supposed to be Boba Fett. You didn't get it? It's like, no, I didn't fucking get it because it's like a subtle sound design choice from like Ben Burt in like the original trilogy that you could barely hear. You have to like put the volume up. No, I couldn't fucking hear it. I thought it was like Cad Bane or something.
Yeah, like
I really did. Like, I think in that episode that we recorded that year, I was like, oh yeah, when we had Sean on, Sean Fallon, I was like, it's Cad Bane. I look fucking foolish.
you know what? Um, I know we're like digging like this show's nothing but just fan service now. Like, no one can say the sequel trilogy is just fan service and say nothing about this show ever again.
Yeah.
But I would like to see Cad Bane because
Yeah.
I like the design of that character.
Well,
He's just a blue cowboy, but I like that
yeah, I
character.
like him. Seen live action. He's the one that gives Boba Fett his little dent in the helmet. It's from a deleted scene in Clone Wars.
Really?
Yeah, there's an animatic that they did for an episode for the all the cut content for like the next season.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it's like it was finished, it's animated, it doesn't show what happens, but it's Cad Bane dueling Boba Fett, and then he gives him the little dent. And Dave Filoni could have picked that because that was finished, the animatic to do for the last season, but he didn't. He gave us 3 episodes of spice running.
No, those episodes are bangers. That last season
I don't know
is
about
so
you.
good.
I just wanted to see fucking spice running.
No, there's more going on than just spice running in that. The last season of Clone Wars wipes the floor with the best of Mandalorian. The worst of that last season wipes the floor with the best of this stuff.
I was not a fan of that episode.
Everyone's out of their mind because I've heard that criticism before too. But yeah, final thoughts on this episode of The Mandalorian, the Marshal, I think it's called.
Yeah, it's certainly engaging. It's really well put together. I think it does over-explain and kind of have a bit of fan service, but it's not to a fault where it becomes, like, oh, hey, here's Chewbacca's medal. You guys wanted that, you fucking nerds. Well, here it is. It's kind of like, oh yeah, here's here's Boba Fett's armor off a corpse. There you go. So look at that. But yeah, I didn't find it too eye winky or unsatisfying, and I think it generally listened to the criticisms of the first season. We're starting to see that maybe. So I'm pretty satisfied so far. I hope I'm not going to get grumpy the next couple of recordings, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, maybe the next ones we won't do directly at 1 a.m. We'll see, depending on our schedules too, because we'll see how the world reacts next week to certain other events that we have to worry about. I know, fuck. But
try not to think about that. Thanks.
I know. I am sorry. I'm gonna drink so much next week. I know it, regardless of what happens. But yeah, I guess that's it for this episode of the Cantina Hangouts. There's a big dragon in this episode.
Yeah, let's talk about the dragon.
I like monsters in Star Wars. Good job, everyone. That looks really good.
That was the Kaya dragon.
Is that what it's called? I don't know.
Yeah, you hear Obi-Wan making the call in episode 4. He's like, whoa.
Oh yeah, that. So Star Wars is so fucking nerdy.
That's not like a reference. It's just a subtle little thing.
No, I know. I love Star Wars. It's like it has all this nerdy shit if you look like really hard, and that's kind of why it's great too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Gene, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Gene9892.
And you can follow me at the Diego Crespo. Check out the Waffle Press on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and Patreon. All the Mandalorian episodes are going to be up like basically the day the episodes go up. So just stay tuned for that. They won't be on the Patreon. They'll just be out for you to watch and listen to on your drives and your mornings and your afternoons, whatever have you. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We have been professionally unprofessional.